My dear brothers and sisters, today being the 3rd of May, which marks the last day of Temple Open House. So today is the last day that the Nairobi, Kenya Temple will be actually open to the public. It is the last day today. So any other member of the public that did not have an opportunity, or any other member of the church that did not have an opportunity to go into the temple to have a temple tour, that is in the Nairobi, Kenya temple. Today actually marks the last day. And what happens is that from tomorrow, so the temple will be out of bounds from anyone who is not, anyone who does not have a valid temple recommend. So from tomorrow onwards, that is from 4th of May, the temple will be shut to the public, and only members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, those who have a valid temple recommend, those are the only ones who will be allowed to enter into the house of the Lord. But for this open house, that was from 17th, I think it was around from 17th or 11th April to 3rd of May. That was actually open for the public to go and see whatever things that are going on. They can see, they can behold the temple. But as from tomorrow, 4th, okay, 4th, that is as from 4th of May onwards, nobody will be allowed to go to the temple if they do not have a valid temple recommend. Those are actually the instructions from the Lord, and that is how things are done, because the moment the temple is dedicated, once the temple is dedicated and the apostle of the Lord has completed dedicating the temple, then the temple is now left for only those members of the church who are actually having a valid temple recommend. They are the ones who will actually be able to attend the temple and participate in the ceremonies in the temple, in those ordinances, that is. Now, we were actually privileged to one of the members of parliament, that is in the Kenya, Nairobi, in the government of Kenya, that is the Kenya parliament. There's a member of parliament who actually had an opportunity to visit the temple. And I think he's a member of parliament from Dagoretti. I think, is it Dagoretti or something? Dagoretti is big, but he's a member of parliament in Dagoretti, that is in Nairobi County. Honorable KJ actually had an opportunity to visit the temple, and this is what he had to say when he actually visited the temple. It is something very, very significant and very, very spiritual for you to behold. Okay, let us listen to what Honorable KJ had to say about the temple when he actually visited. Please welcome.
Tona, I'm so honored to have been hosted here at the chapel and also at the temple. And it's an amazing, amazing experience just walking through this magnificent piece of architecture and great piece of place of worship. I can see the commitment that has gone into the building of this chapel. I can see what has gone into the building of the temple. I can see the workmanship, the beauty, the resourcing, and most importantly for me, I'm so impressed that I could see some African nuances and I could see some Kenyan nuances. The flower motifs, the beautiful motifs that reflect the history and the legacy of Kenya being a beautiful green country of contrasts. I could see it in the temple, and how you connect that just tells me that this is a space that speaks to the universality of the church that is locally grounded. I am so honored to have been invited here. What surprised me most about the temple today was the celestial room. You don't need to be told. You just need to walk in there and feel it. And when you come out of the temple room, you cannot even describe the experience. You can't put it in words. The celestial room is just the celestial room. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just had an amazing tour of this temple at Mountain View. And there's an open invite to you starting the 17th to the 3rd. And after that, you might not get the opportunity to visit and see this magnificent temple and see what it is about. Take advantage of it. Come and find out what this temple is about, what it is about for people's spirituality, and also for our community, for our country, and also for the world. And more importantly, for the ministry of Jesus Christ.
Wonderful brothers and sisters, that is Honorable KJ Waweru. He's a member of parliament in Kenya. That is at the National Assembly of Kenya. He's a member of parliament, and he had an opportunity of visiting the temple, and you can listen to what he had to say there. And one thing that I've come to realize, every new member, every visitor, you ask them about the temple, the experience in the temple and all that, all of them just said about the celestial room. All of them. There was something about the celestial room. All of them. And I remember there is one lady who had just come, and when she was asked her experience about the temple, she says that she felt like she never wanted to leave, especially in the celestial room, because the peace that she felt and the love that she felt was like, she was like, this is something that I've been missing for quite some time. This is something that I've been missing for so long. And I'm beginning to realize who I am. That is what she was saying. And she was saying this with a lot of tears, but you could see light in her face, that she has been enlightened and all that. That is the beauty about everything. And we thank God that we have an opportunity, that the temple is with us here today. And I know this temple is going to be a blessing to so many of us, so many of the children of God in this part of the world. I know actually this experience has been so great, and even there are some people who are being told now today is the last day. They are like, why don't you extend it? Why don't you extend it? And we told them we can't. It cannot be. That is the timeline, because we have to work with the time. We have to work, with the time that has been stipulated there. This is great, my wonderful brothers and sisters. And for those who are just closer to the temple, ensure that you worship in the temple, because there are so many experiences we are really, really experiencing. And there are a lot of testimonies that are being born today. Otherwise, thank you very much. God bless you. And I'm looking forward to see you again as we begin this official moment of worshiping in the temple and receiving covenants for us and even for our forefathers. Because these are the last days, these are the end times, when the hearts of the children will be turned to their fathers, and the hearts of the fathers are going to be turned to their children. And the temple is the link. And just like the prophet Gordon B. Hinckley said, that the temple, there's a thin line between the temple and the spirit world. And this is so magnificent for us to know that the peace of our Heavenly Father is with us here today. Thank you very much. Be blessed, and see you next time.